Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Jade Empire Closed Fist walkthrough. Alright, so we are starting out the Imperial... oh my gosh. the Imperial Engagement, which sounds like some sort of marriage proposal. It's not. It's basically a big Royal Rumble. And this fight is actually... oh man, I don't know if this is the toughest one. I think it is. I think it actually technically is. I probably lost 3 times on Grandmaster.
The Imperial engagement begins! An ogre begins the onslaught!
Okay, let's get it on. So if you notice here, there's a little timer up by our focus bar, and that just indicates when the next enemy is due to enter. So there, I take down the ogre is super easy. It's probably the easiest, which probably makes sense that it's first. Hapless Hand is second. Again, probably appropriately, you know, that he's second, because he's pretty easy to take down too. The dangerous part is when the demons come out. So here is the first demon, which is the Toad Demon. He should be, there he is, coming around the corner out there. And I would say it's not a bad idea to just kind of wait here by the gate. Don't go too far away because you're really just wasting time. You want to get this stuff down as fast as possible. Now, I think the demons are a good use of focus. Because again, I think that they're actually the most dangerous. Here, it kind of bothers me using focus mode because if you notice here with my Leaping Tiger stance, he keeps like bouncing through the Toad Demon's hitbox, which I find incredibly annoying, but I just took a ton of damage there. That was not good at all. And that's why you want to stay behind the Toad Demons. So probably what a better idea would be to use a little bit of focus and just to get behind the Toad Demon, and then, you know, take off focus mode and start punching and kicking, and then kind of do the same thing. Oh wow, I actually use Spirit Thief. That is surprising. Okay. Oh, okay. So, just used, obviously, Spirit Thief to steal some mana back from Iron Soldier because, you know,
How long can one warrior last?
Fight now. I think what I did here was to swap over to the Elephant Demon. He is much more of an issue or a worry for me than Iron Soldier. Iron Soldier's kind of a turn, so. So yeah. So anyways, as with the rest of the demons, you want to stay behind the Elephant Demon because it does some really powerful attacks from the front. Here I got the dangerous part is when you get greedy, or when I get greedy, I should say, and just try to do like an extra combo while it's, you know, like right there. So that's again a really good example of me getting greedy.
The towering strength of
it's not the way to
crashes upon the
be
ring.
successful here. On Grandmaster, you can kind of get away with this kind of stuff when you are. You can kind of get away with that stuff when you're on, you know, some of the lower difficulty settings, but not generally a good idea when we're fighting on Grandmaster now.
The master of mysticism is the last.
So now that there's so many enemies, relying on Spirit Thief is not a good way to go. I'm surprised. I would be very surprised if I actually pulled this off.
Spirit.
Yeah, this is probably more dangerous than even when the demons are out. Yeah, so here I just tried to separate these guys out a little bit and use some Spirit Thief while. I'm really surprised I'm going for those the power strikes too, because that's really not a good idea. It's just too easy to get caught by, you know, these guys running up and catching you while you're trying to charge that powered attack. So, anyways, Sung Sui, the magician guy, he's the one I should be focused on. I'm not really sure why I'm focused on Sung Bu right now. He's not as dangerous as Sung Sui is. Reason for that is, again, he's got that. He's so good there. Yeah, and that's why right there. So he's launching nukes at me while I'm trying to get some health back. So all right, anyway, let's charge him up again. Let's get away from him. So hopefully here it doesn't take too much longer, and I'll start actually working on these guys again, because I don't know. There's a certain amount of you can kind of get away with being lowish on life as long as you're fighting smart. That being not letting these guys mob up on you and kind of surround you. I've got some sort of ropes now. This is really not smart though. I've got enemies at my back and I'm not moving forward. So that was not a good place to be. All right. Anyways, we got Sung Sui down though. So and he did drop a mana power up, which is really good. All right. So Iron Soldier, I'm gonna take him out next. Only really because he's already missing a bunch of health anyway. So why not? I do actually think Sung Bu? Is that his name? The guy with the dual wielder. He's a little bit Iron Soldier actually is. But I mean, to be honest, this is pretty much in the bag anyway at this point. Full life. Yeah, okay, no focus, which is okay. And then 3 human left. If there was a demon left or something like that, then it'd be a story. All right, yeah, Sung Bu. That's the the only other reason why I think he's kind of dangerous is he's actually got what is it? Heavenly Wave, which is why did I switch it? He's got there we go. So he's got Heavenly Wave too, so that can be a little dangerous too because he'll get you slowed, yeah, like he just did right there. So let's just back off until that wears off. Even try to power attack him. Try that again. Get some of this. Get some of these claws, son. Let's do it. So yeah, so like I was saying earlier though, I think this was about my 3rd time. Actually at least my 3rd time. I felt like the success here, like whether or not the fight really goes well, is based on your speed. Like as long as you can take down the first 3 enemies really quickly, from that point on it's not as dangerous. Getting that Toad Demon down and still having a lot of basically avoiding taking too much damage from the Toad Demon is pretty key as well. And then that kind of goes for the Elephant Demon. Really, once you get that Elephant Demon down, the rest of the enemies should again, other than maybe some. But as long as you stick to it. And here I'm just cheesing. I'm shocked and pinned up against the wall. Alright, that's that. That's the Imperial engagement. Again, I would argue that that's actually the hardest. The little where you run around and avoid the flame shots and ice shots or whatever, that's probably the 3rd toughest. And then I think it's not the next fight. It'll be the fight after the next fight. I think is actually the 2nd hardest, which is the one against what's his name, Kailan. So we're gonna knock those out too here. But all right, let's collect our spoils.
You have just emerged the victor from a multitudinous concretion of raw fighting talent. Amazing! The crowd loves you, and you have proven yourself enough in my eyes. No other fighter stands a chance against the Ravager. But you must think of your safety. The Ravager strikes with such power that even the wards of this arena may not be enough to save you. No one knows. His strength is almost inhuman, but we are sure he is no demon. Your match could end in death. It almost happened when Sung Bu faced him alone, and he was the last opponent to tackle the champion alone. The Ravager grows more fierce with each fight, as if time were making him stronger. If you face him, we may not be able to end the match in time. Things are... You know, the Ravager is next. If you're ready, well, he's always ready. It is that time. The Ravager awaits. Do you remember what I told you about fighting him? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Okay, so as always, save your game after that Imperial engagement. It's gonna feel really bad if you lose after that. But anyways, I'll be honest, Ravager is either extremely easy or extremely difficult, depending on what you've got available to you. I'm gonna use Storm Dragon, because he can be cheesed with Storm Dragon. If you've already gone through the Black Leopard school and you're going open palm, it's easy because you can lock him up with, I think is it Paralyzing Palm? Yeah, Paralyzing Palm. I don't know about the other one, Hidden Fist. I don't know if Hidden Fist will keep him locked up or not as well, but sweet intro scene, I guess. Isn't that kind of like the Iron Soldier scene, though? Didn't they just basically do that twice? Whatever.
Halt! This fight will not happen. This fighter is not worthy of facing a true Imperial champion. The Ravager will not waste time with one so new to the ring. One must face the test of time to even challenge the Imperial champion. Good people, I do this for you. Would you have an unproven whelp as your champion? As the Empire's champion? Dragon, 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 dragon. Silence! You have spoken, and I have heard. Your will be done. I give you the Ravager.
Dragon, dragon. So again, Ravager is either really easy or really difficult, depending on if you've got like Storm Dragon or one of the other support styles that can lock him up. He's if you notice here, he's not movable. Like, he doesn't flinch whenever you hit him, and I think that goes for if he's not, paralyzed as well. So like, what I mean by that is if you just start swinging at him, I think he can just interrupt you with his axes, which is obviously incredibly dangerous. So the tactics for actually beating him without one of these, cheese styles that locks him up is going to be a little different, which, it's probably going to be a lot more hit and run. You're not going to be able to go toe-to-toe with him. I don't know that I've beat him. I mean, I've never beat him on Grandmaster. I should say I've never attempted to beat him on Grandmaster, without cheesing him like this. So again, I'm not actually really sure on, a really good way to take him down without one of these good, again, cheesy support styles where you can just lock him up like this. So, because if you're trying without Storm Dragon, good luck. I'm not sure what good Heavenly Wave is going to be against him, just because, it's only going to slow him. It might be good. You could maybe slow him and then, try to pick him once and hit him once and then kind of back away. But again, good luck.
If you have even the tiniest bit of sense, Whirlwind, you'll realize Your brother was a useful tool. After you cut him down while he defended me, I decided it would be too much bother to let him go. In the process, I saved you from charges of fratricide. And so the Ravager was born. The perfect, unquestioning enforcer of my will, and I owe it all to you, Whirlwind.
I should get you here and now, but first...
You have done nothing. I still took your brother.
And I took him back and repaid the favor.
You will not be champion. This is my arena. I invoke the right of challenge. As an ex-champion, I will return and stake my claim upon this place. Tradition supports my right to this.
But the right of challenge hasn't been used in hundreds of years.
Very well. You need not accept the precedents and traditions that make this empire great, Qui. Instead, accept that my men will kill you if you dare contradict me again. So, stripling, you say? Are you prepared to suffer at my hands, or will you walk away and die the tenfold deaths of the coward?
No, you are not the current champion, Serpent. My brother was, and now my friend is. All you are, magician, is mine! Allow me to accept his challenge on your behalf, Master. I will not fail you, and I know my brother's spirit will be satisfied if I take this chance.
Never. I will not allow a substitution of this sort.
They do have the right, Serpent. You substituted the demon in place of one of your guild men. You set the precedent yourself.
Damn you all. Fine. I will fight the shaved bear. It will be a pleasure. Speak with Qui when you're ready. Until then, I will prepare.
Okay, so I would say be careful on what you decide to do. Reason why I say that is because if you decide to take on Kai Lan with the Black Whirlwind, I actually think it's a tougher fight. Much tougher, actually. So, keep that in mind. The reason for that is Kai Lan summons 2 horse demons, and unfortunately, Black Whirlwind doesn't have any focus, so you can't use focus mode, which is pretty nice for a lot of fights.
This has all gone horribly wrong. I have had a dead retired ex-fighter in a mask for a champion all this time. Do you know how many rules and regulations that breaks? It's a mockery of the entire arena, and Kai Lan and his thugs are to blame. But you can stop him. I need you to see this through to the end. I need that man stopped before he destroys 1,000 years of gratification. Things are... I want to hear... What? I want to hear that you're ready for your next fight. What? Your friend is ready to fight. When he was here before, he was always ready. Tell him to be careful. Kai Lan is not easily defeated. Are you ready to get started? Excellent. Follow me and we'll get you ready for your next match.
Okay, so by defeating the Ravager, you get the Style Tang's Vengeance. I honestly think that that's the best weapon style in the game. So that will be the style, the weapon style anyway, that I put points into eventually. Yeah, I guess we'll definitely do that a little bit later. But again, that's my recommendation anyway. Fortune's Favorite is also really good. I think that's the second best. And then, honestly, I think the rest of the weapons aren't worth using. So.
The Black Whirlwind returns to the ring to face the Serpent. Might meets magic.
Might meets magic. All right, so for Kai Lan here, this fight is actually really about the range. And what I mean by that is you don't really want to get too close to Kai Lan. You actually want to keep a little bit of distance between yourself and him, and then don't knock him up against the walls. So if you notice here, I'm trying to keep him off the walls. So anytime he's getting a little bit too close, I jump behind him and then start pushing him back the other way. Again, and the reason for that is just so that I don't have to keep him up against the wall, because again, I want to keep a little bit of distance. Now, the second part of this fight here, he channels, and so he becomes immune to damage and summons these horse demons. And what you want to do here is, or my recommendation anyway, is to actually activate your chi strikes, because you just want to deal more damage to these. You don't want to, because every time you actually hit them, you'll be taking damage as well. Now, I'm not sure here if it might be a good idea to try to keep them close together. If you notice, I'm trying to push them kind of close to each other. The reason for that is because when you hit two at a time, I think you only take the damage from one. So it's kind of like a cheese way of getting a little bit more damage and not suffering. So that's my take. I could be wrong. Now the other thing is, if you notice there, I got really lucky with that thing dropping a health power up. I don't know if they always do that or not, but that's the other problem with these guys. Obviously, I'm taking damage. The fact that I got a mana power up too. So again, I'm not 100% sure if they always drop those or not, but it was actually just incredibly lucky that they did, and that actually just kept me really healthy this whole time. So. Now I'm just going back, same deal here, trying to keep my distance. I don't want to get too close to him, so every time I'm pushing him back just a little bit, I'll jump behind him. Here I got way too close. I was really sure that I was going to beat him. So, anyways, but yeah, if you notice here, he's kind of keeping the same range whenever I attack. The other thing is, when he blocks like this, don't ever use a power attack. It's just not worth it. Every once in a while, you'll land one and you'll actually break his guard, but oftentimes he'll just drop his guard really quick and then punch you, and so you'll just lose a little bit of extra health. So again, whenever he blocks like this, don't try to use a power strike. It's just I've found that it's not worth it. But all right, let's jump back there. So again, same deal, not much different here with the second half of the fight. And this is it though too. Once we finally get him down, this is it. So we're not gonna summon anything else. This is it too. This is the final fight. Again, I actually think that it would have been smarter not to let Black Whirlwind fight. I don't think you get anything extra by letting him, do work for you. So, I don't know. Again, unless I've missed something, who knows? I could be wrong on that, but it didn't seem like it was actually that good of an idea to Black Whirlwind fighting. But you know what? It worked out okay. So here he slowed me right at the end, right enough for me to catch him in the back. So that's that. But yeah, anyways, so that's it. That's the last fight for the Imperial Arena. At this point, we're going to have some options here, and we're going to collect all of our goodies, because now the back room, or Kai Lan's room, is going to be open. So we'll go and raid that. We'll actually have a dialogue with Sweet Poison Lynn as well. I think there's an opportunity to intimidate her, so again, we're going to go about her. We're going to definitely do that. Get a little bit more, I think it's money. I think you just intimidate her for more money. And then, as always, with any conversation check like that that's successful, we'll get a tiny bit of experience out of it, too.
Well, I know it's anticlimactic, but you did earn it. Congratulations, champion. I wish that I had another dozen fighters who could rise through the ranks with your alacrity. I will not dishonor you with appearing to those who cannot match your skill. In time, someone will come along, but I suspect your equal will not be manifesting anytime soon. Champion, it has been an honor to adjudicate and facilitate your rise to the top. Should anyone appear to challenge you, I will let you know. But until then, rest yourself. You've earned it.
It would be hard to find anyone in this city who does not recognize our new champion on this day. We have met before, but right now, I represent the guild. Such anger. I am not here as an antagonist. We simply had to address the issue of Kai Lan. His open policy did not fit well with our philosophy of discretion. His power ran deep. He would have taken our organization even further down Gao the Greater's path had word of a new contestant not reached us. Indeed. Then you will be happy to know of the Guild's decision. We no longer want a stake in the proceedings in the arena. With Kai Lan and Gao the Greater gone, let us just say that cooler heads prevail. The current sentiment in the Guild is that the Lotus Assassins have become more trouble than our alliance with them is worth. Thus, we propose a truce. Your feud, or whatever it was, with Kai Lan died with him. The Guild will not trouble you or this place if you will not trouble us. You push too far. Why would the Guild offer you money when we offer goodwill that is worth so much more? I do not mean to demean this agreement. You are right. Silver seals the word. I have a scroll for you that details a most ancient technique, once taught only to the Imperial Champion. Your perfect record in this place deserved a revival of tradition. Part of my duties involved keeping an eye on Raging Dragon, and I had the envy of many others for such an assignment. Masterful fighting, I must say. We will not speak of this again. Consider me nothing more than Sweet Poison Lynn from this point on.
Okay, so that is our reward, which is the Perfected Warrior. Got a 600 experience there as well. I do like Sweet Poison Lynn's comments there at the end. Wow, look at that. 15 health, 15 focus. That's good stuff right there. So again, that is for not losing ever. So again, you know, when you're working your way through the Imperial Arena, make sure that you do not lose any of the fights. And if you do lose, make sure you load your old save. But again, I like the other point that she says there at the very end. She says that basically she was assigned to kind of watch the main character, and you know, she was the envy of many of the other members of the guild. So kind of a nice little compliment there.
I don't want to talk to you. You're the reason Kai Lan is dead. I had a good thing going with the Serpent. He paid a handsome fee, but he never trusted me enough to make use of my services. Now that's all gone. Thanks a lot.
And of course, I can't resist this joke. Happy Endings didn't get herself a happy ending. That's good stuff. Anyways, I mean, that joke was just laying there, right? All right, so what do we have here? Chin Persuasion. I think at this point I can take off some of these gems. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be intimidating anyone, so I'm going to put that gem of gem of the Frail Scholar back on. Basically, all of these traps, I think, all of these stash chests or whatever are trapped. Oh, maybe not that one? Yeah, not that one. Alright, so we got Absolute Dedication now. This is the real win, I think, from I guess from the whole Imperial Arena, which is Absolute Dedication. So Absolute Dedication, you get more experience when you defeat human enemies, but they don't drop power-ups. Which, you know, anytime I can get extra experience, I'm going to take it. So I'm just going to take off another one of the gems. And then here is another great technique that we get, which is Scales of the Serpent. That's health +7 and intimidation +1. So that actually offsets the loss of intimidation that we got from, I think it was Clear Mind, that we bought from Dr. Ann there on. So we're back to, you know, a neutral amount of intimidation from our techniques. There's another trap. What do you know? Weird. But, alright, so that is it. There is really nothing else in the Imperial Arena, sorry, short of some conversations with...
Magical enhancement?
There's a gambler that I may or may not do anything with. I probably should. You can definitely win some money from him. Or at least I think you can. I haven't done it for a long time, so who knows. But anyways, wow, I just realized I'm about out of time here. So as always, hope the guide was helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.